Yes, people, welcome back. Another video. Make sure you smash a like, make sure you subscribe. I'm here from Spain because I've got to talk about Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur are a team that people need to wake up to. They've got a Premier League proven coach in Thomas Frank. They're making smart signings. And today, a game they would normally slip up on against Burnley at home, they have dismantled them 3-0, comfortable, on the way to 3 points and starting their Premier League season with a bang. That is what Tottenham Hotspur have done. And look, Richarlison coming back from the dead. Mohammed Kudus, what an addition from West Ham United. Today, them two were playing like they've played with each other for years. They were in sync, they were in patterns, and even Brennan Johnson making his darts in behind, being threatening with the pace. They had a perfect balance there with the midfield as well, Papi Sarr and Bergvall in there. And then just to put the icing on the cake, you have the likes of Palhinha, Dominic Solanke to come off the bench. Tottenham, if there's going to be a team that slip up in the top four race, potentially Tottenham are going to be the first team sniffing over Newcastle, over Manchester United, over Aston Villa. That is how we've got to look at it right now because they've won the Europa League. They're going into the Champions League this season with a great stadium. The manager is being backed and their transfer window is not over yet. We all know, guys, they are going for more signings. They are looking to bring more players in before the end of the transfer window. So, people, Tottenham, the perfect start to the Premier League for them with a clean sheet as well. And you know what? I'm going to start firstly with Mohammed Kudus because they've brought in a player who has played in the Premier League. He was one of the brighter sparks at West Ham. Yeah, he had a bit of a drop off last season, but we all know how good Mohamed Kudus could be. We all know that he could potentially have gone to Liverpool if Liverpool had got rid of Mohamed Salah. We know that Manchester United were potentially linked with a move for him as well. Arsenal just a couple of years ago. This is a player that is really, really good. He has all the attributes that you want in a player that's going to succeed in the Premier League. That is the truth. Mohamed Kudus has come out as well and already said that he doesn't really like playing in a number 10 role. He prefers to be on the right hand side of the attack. And to be fair, Spurs have needed someone there because Brennan Johnson was playing there last year as an outlet, but you want more. You want a bit more creativity. You want a bit more guile. And do you know why I like this move with him playing on the right hand side and being left footed? Who is the coach? Mr. Thomas Frank himself. And who did he have last year on that right hand side? It was Mr. Brian Mbumo, who got 20 goals, including penalties, but he was a left footed right winger. So when you look at what Thomas Frank is probably going to try and implement at Tottenham, and you look at the qualities that Kudus has, and also that he's left footed and also prefers playing on the right wing, this is a match made in heaven. Mohammed Kudus, you are going to be a hit with Spurs fans. Mohammed Kudus, you are going to be a threat to a lot of teams when you're playing against them. He is the guy for Spurs that I look at potentially unlocking keys, scoring goals, creating, hard working. He's going to be setting the tone. You look at that Spurs starting 11 and you're like, Kudus, you're in the top three names in that team sheet. You are in there. Kudus is a guaranteed starter at Tottenham. They need something different. They've been craving it, they've been needing it. Heung-min Son has been that guy carrying them for years on the wide side. Now he's left and gone to America. You've got Brennan Johnson. You've got Odebert. You've got Kulusevski, who's a brilliant player, but he's injury prone. You've been needing something a bit extra who can come in and just hit the ground running. You know what you're getting. And that is Mohammed Kudus. That money there you spent on Kudus, which I believe was around maybe 50 million, 55 million. Tick, 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 tick. Worth every penny. Already today, getting 2 assists, crosses into the box. Dangerous crosses as well. He could have probably had more assists if I'm honest with you today. But today, crosses into the box, being a threat, being an outlet, holding the ball up well as well. Like not just giving it away, keeping the ball in possession. He's so strong and like he digs in. It's so hard to get the ball off. Them type of players there are a pain. They're the ones you come up against. You're just like, it's a long day. But today he's got his 2 assists and he's already started the league with a bang. And, his productivity this year, I think is only going to go up, especially if Tottenham continue, bringing other players in. Thomas Frank gets his ideas across. And I think Kudus is going to be a very important player in this new Tottenham regime. And you look at it already, Dominic Solanke come off the bench, but the number 9 today was Richarlison. Now, Richarlison is a player that's been linked with moves away. People thought he was done. But sometimes when a new manager comes in, he will have a chat with you, put his arm around you and say, look, yes, you could potentially leave the football club, but I believe in you. I've seen what you could do at Everton when you was playing for them as one of the main weapons in their attack a few seasons ago. It might not have worked at Tottenham yet with Ange Postecoglou, but this is me. It's a fresh start, new ideas. I know what you're capable of. You're a Brazilian international, and I'm going to give you the opportunity. If Dominic Solanke's not fit, can I count on you? Can I be like, you're going to deliver for me? Richarlison, you delivered. You delivered and you shut up a lot of people today. I know it's not going to be for the long haul, but when you think of the opening day, Premier League of the season, you're playing Burnley at home. If Spurs had lost that game or drew that game and he had missed chances, he would have been getting cooked. So have the same energy when he scored 2 goals. And one of them, sensational. Kudus, cross in, overhead kick, bang. That is the sign of a player that's like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to get my confidence back. And I love to see it because Richarlison is a proper Premier League type of player. He gives you fight. He gives you grit. He wants to score goals. He gives it to the away fans. He gives it to the opponents. You want that edge. You want someone who's got a bit of dynamite in them. And maybe this is exactly what Richarlison needed. A manager that's going to give him a chance, giving him an opportunity. You're playing 2 games a week and you're in the Champions League. And do you know what? There's nothing wrong with being the perfect squad player that starts sometimes and comes off the bench sometimes. That is Richarlison. Spurs do not need to get rid of him. You don't need to get rid of him. He's a deputy for number 9. He can play in the 10. He can play on the left-hand side. He is the perfect squad player you want when you've got a new manager like Thomas Frank coming in. And fair play hit him today because his first finish was also nice as well. Taking it first time, swivel into the bottom corner. Bicycle kick for the second goal. That is the perfect way to say to the manager, you know what? You believe in me. I'm going to repay that faith. I'm going to repay that faith. So this is very interesting for Tottenham. You know, it's a great start. It's a potential game that you normally see them, you know, banana skin. They can draw. They can go 1-0 down. They have to fight back and win it late. No, this is where Spurs want to have a new Spurs, a reset. And games at home to Burnley, you just want to be winning. Winning comfortable, enjoy it. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, whatever it is. That's what you want if you're going to be a regular Champions League team. You want to be competing for the European spots and you want to be setting your level high. You want to be having aspirations of competing with the top teams because that's what Tottenham eventually want to do or want to try and surprise people and do this season. But you've got to win games like you do today. Look, Burnley had a few chances on the break. We know what Tottenham are like. Defensively, they can be a bit shaky at times, but the truth is, it was a few chances and it's the first game of the season. They are going to be opportunities for teams to score goals, but they didn't take them. The keeper only had to make a couple of saves. They weren't really pressed or, you know, having moments where they had to really dig deep. It was quite a comfortable victory. And there was a lot of boxes ticked today. Bergvall back from injury as well. So he's like a new player under Thomas Frank, young, energetic in midfield. I like him. Papi Sarr, you know, he looks like he's going to come on leaps and bounds and he's going to be trusted. You know, played in the Super Cup, played again today. You know, got an assist for Brendan Johnson. You're looking at it now and thinking, wow, Eze, Savinho, if they come in, Spurs have got a very, very nice team. Their fans could be looking at games and thinking, do you know what? I've got reasons to be excited about this season. I've got things to look forward to. That's how you'll definitely be looking at it if you're a Tottenham fan, because today, that was the perfect advertisement as well to players like Savinho and Eze to say, look, come to this football club, help elevate us, help make us better. And if anything, I think both of them deals are probably going to get done now because Savinho has not been in the City squad. Eze's made it clear of his desire to leave and join Spurs. And today, you've probably just ticked that sheet for both players. Do you know what? I'm ready. Book my flight, book my medical, get the fee agreed. So that is a big win for Spurs. You know, it's not, I know there's bigger games next week. We're going to see them next week at Man City away. That is going to be a different type of test. That is going to be a true test. But we've got to remember City are going for a rebuild as well. That's going to be City's first home game of the season. The fans are going to expect them to win. They're going to be exciting with their new signings. That is going to be a great game. We all know how good Tottenham and Man City is, by the way. They're always great games. There's always goals involved. So I'm buzzing to see that because Tottenham will be going into that confident. And let's see what Man City can do. But guys, Mohammed Kudus, Richarlison, big pluses for Spurs. Let's see what they can do this season, but I think their fans have got something to be excited about. Guys, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all the other content I've got coming out this season. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you soon. Bless up.